Hello, this is Teacher Sam, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of gestures in English conversation and presentation. You may ask, what are gestures? Well, gestures are physical movements that we use to express or emphasize our thoughts, ideas, and emotions. They are the unsung heroes of communication, often taking a backseat to spoken words. However, when used correctly, they can enhance our spoken messages and provide a fuller, richer communication experience. In English conversation and presentation, gestures play a vital role. They can help you make a lasting impression, convey your ideas more effectively, and even boost your confidence. Yes, you heard it right. Appropriate gestures can help you feel more confident and composed, making your English communication more fluent and impactful. So, are you ready to explore these magical tools of communication? As we move forward, you will discover how the right gestures can significantly boost your confidence in English conversation and presentation. Now it's time to explore the different types of gestures we commonly use in English conversation. There are four main types of gestures: illustrators, emblems, adapters, and regulators. Let's break each one down. First up, we have illustrators. These are gestures that visually depict what is being said verbally. For instance, if you're telling a story about a big fish you caught, you might stretch your hands apart to show just how large that fish was. Illustrators add a visual element to our verbal communication, making our stories more engaging and easier to understand. Next, we have emblems. These are gestures that have a specific meaning and can stand alone without verbal accompaniment. Think about the thumbs up sign. It's universally recognized as a symbol of approval or agreement. Emblems are great for conveying simple messages quickly and efficiently. Then we have adapters. These are often subconscious gestures that we use to manage our feelings or reactions. You might twirl your hair when you're nervous or tap your foot when you're impatient. While adapters can reveal our emotional state, they can also distract the listener if overused. So it's crucial to be aware of any adapters you might be using. Finally, there are regulators. These are gestures that control the flow of conversation. Nodding your head to show that you're listening, raising your hand to speak, or holding up a finger to interject are all examples of regulators. They help manage turn-taking in conversation and ensure that everyone gets a chance to speak. So there you have it. We've covered illustrators that paint a picture of our words, emblems that convey specific meanings, adapters that manage our emotions, and regulators that control the conversation. Each type of gesture plays a unique role in enhancing our communication skills. Now that you have a solid understanding of the types of gestures, we can delve into how to use these gestures effectively in conversation. We've discussed gestures in conversation, but what about presentations? Let's uncover the secrets now. When you're presenting in English, your body language and gestures can be as important as the words you're saying. They amplify your message and help you connect with your audience on a deeper, more personal level. Let's start with emphasis. When you want to stress a particular point, gestures can be your best friend. A simple hand gesture, like the chop, where you bring your hand down sharply as if slicing through air, can underline the importance of what you're saying. Or try using an open palm to show inclusivity and openness when discussing a point that involves everyone. Next, let's talk about engaging the audience. Gestures can be a powerful tool in drawing your listeners in. For instance, you could use the come hither gesture, where you extend your palm and curl your fingers in a beckoning motion. This invites your audience to follow along with you, making your presentation more interactive and engaging. Now, on to conveying confidence. This one's crucial. Remember, your audience believes in you as much as you believe in yourself. Stand tall, maintain an open posture, and avoid crossing your arms or fidgeting. These simple yet effective gestures project confidence and command respect. But be careful not to overdo it. Excessive or inappropriate gestures can distract your audience and undermine your message. The key is to use gestures that feel natural and complement what you're saying. And lastly, always remember to match your gestures with your words. If you're talking about growth, mimic the action of something rising. If you're discussing a conflict, show the tension with your hands. These visual aids can help your audience understand and remember your points better. Remember, mastering the use of gestures in a presentation setting can make a significant difference in your delivery and audience engagement. So, practice these techniques and watch your English presentations transform. As with any skill, practice is key when it comes to using gestures effectively in English conversation and presentation. Now that we've learned about different types of gestures and how to use them in English conversation and presentations, it's time to put that knowledge into action. But how do we practice something as abstract as gestures? Well, there are some tried and true strategies that can help you master this art. Firstly, observation is a powerful tool. Pay close attention to how others use their hands, their body language, their facial expressions. Watch TED Talks, interviews, and even your favorite TV shows with a new perspective. Observe how speakers emphasize their points with their hands, how they use space around them, and how their gestures align with their words. This will not only give you ideas but also help you understand the rhythm and flow of using gestures. Next, practicing in front of a mirror is an excellent way to gain confidence. It might feel a bit silly at first, but it's a highly effective method. You're your own best critic after all. Try out different gestures, pay attention to your facial expressions, and make sure your movements align with your words. This self-observation will help you refine your technique and build your confidence. Another great strategy is to record yourself. Use your phone or webcam to record your practice sessions. Then, watch the recording and critique your performance. This can be a bit uncomfortable at first, but it's incredibly valuable. You'll be able to see yourself from an outside perspective, notice any repetitive or awkward gestures and make necessary adjustments. Finally, remember to be patient with yourself. It's natural to feel awkward or self-conscious when you're trying something new. But don't let that discourage you. Keep practicing, keep refining, and gradually, you'll see improvement. Never underestimate the power of practice. It's the surest path to mastering the art of using gestures in English conversation and presentation. We've covered a lot today, so it's time to summarize what we've learned. We delved into the world of gestures, understanding how these non-verbal cues play a significant role in English conversation and presentation. From simple nods and hand movements to more complex body language, we've seen how these subtle cues can enhance the way we communicate. Remember the different types of gestures we discussed? They can all be used to make your points clearer, express your emotions better, and make your speech more engaging. In your presentations, these gestures can help you command attention, emphasize key points, and connect more deeply with your audience. But as we said, practice makes perfect. It's not enough to just know about these gestures. You need to incorporate them into your daily conversations and presentations. It might feel a bit strange at first, but with time, you'll get the hang of it. Remember, the correct use of gestures can elevate your English conversation and presentation skills to new heights. Keep practicing, and you'll see the difference.